it's your girl CC with WIB Magazine, and I got my co-host on the line with us. Hey, Mickey Monday, how are you today?
Doing good, CC. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. We have a special guest on the line with us today. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
This your boy Johnnie Cabbell, CEO Global Vision Talent Agency. I am in the building on Zoom.
Well, Johnny, tell everybody who you are, what you do. You've been in the game for a long, long time.
Oh man, it's been like 20 years. I have a booking agency / management company. I also do a lot of consulting and a lot of other things as well. Pretty much like a one-stop shop. But like I said, I've been in the game like 20 years. Started out my group Crime Mob, D4L, Shawty Lo, Fabo. Then I teamed up with Deb and did a lot of stuff with Gucci, Walker, OJ, Nicki Minaj. I also then worked with a slew of other people from OT Genesis, YC, Cash Doll. Currently I have Light Skin Keisha, an artist by the name of Leighton Green that we signed over there to QC. Fly J from the rap game, Young LA, Kissy Lee. I mean, I didn't work with Shop Boy, Scrappy franchise. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It'll take this show and another show and maybe another one after that one just to get through everything. But I've been in the game for a minute. Like I said, I do management and booking. A lot of the artists that come out of Atlanta have even came through my management company or booking agency or both. I'm still working with a lot of the people that I started out with, doing a lot of business with. I've been very, very, very blessed, I must say. I've been very blessed. I've been able to sustain and make it through the heaps and hurdles and, everything. And still been still relevant to this day. I've been adapting to the different changes. And I've been keeping a lot of good artists. Like, I have a lot of good artists. Oh, I also recently just signed Shariah J from the Four. I manage her now, and I manage this young lady out of Dallas named K Breezy that's really hot.
Awesome, and congratulations. That was my next question. Like, how do you stay relevant for all these years? Because the music industry is hard.
It changes. It changes. It just, I would say, just being in the right place, having a good work ethic, and being in the mix. You gotta have good relationships out here. People gotta know who you are. When you do what I do, I think it's very important that it's not about who you know, but who know you. And the success rate that you have with the clients that you do get with, like a lot of people like to throw their word like, oh, I manage this person, I manage that person, or, working with this person, but okay, but what are you really doing? Is it any success coming from that? Are you having a good success track record? I think for someone that can honestly be able to say that, that they're doing the damn thing, or blessed is when you have success that comes from the work and the fruit and labor that you put into it. Okay. It's not for everybody. It's just like basketball. Everybody can't be LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be Michael Jordan or Kobe or whatever, You only have the ones that's that great. I'm one of them ones. I'm just going to be real. I ain't trying to be cocky or arrogant, but I'm one of them ones.
I guess. But before Mickey Monday go, I have one more question for you. How do you pick your artist? Like, how do you critique it? What do you look for when you get your talent?
I look for originality. I look for humbleness in that individual or that group. I also look for creativity. I look for diversity. Look, see what set them aside from just the normal person, the normal artist or whatever, and look at their work ethic.
Okay. Okay.
Well, out of everything that you said, I'm glad you didn't mention this one thing because it's, you know what I'm saying, something that, you know, I can ask you, then you could talk about it. But for what I've seen on your page, it looks like you have a radio show too. So can you
Yes, I do.
Yeah, can you go into
Yeah, I do.
one-on-one? Your
I
show
do.
one-on-one?
Yeah, one-on-one with Johnnie Cabbell I've been doing for like, I had started like 2 years ago. That I took a break for a minute, then I came back recently, and I had gained 2 co-hosts that I brought on with me. But I interview a lot of people, the movers, shakers, people I feel that is relevant, making a difference, a change in the hip hop industry or in the area that they at. It's a one-on-one conversation that I have. I don't do the typical interview that everybody else does. I ask, questions that you normally wouldn't hear. I go a little deep and just, try to bring out a real good, solid interview with that individual or whatever. But the show is growing. Like, it's growing real big. I could tell it's growing because I'm starting to get sponsors and stuff and people wanting to attach themselves to it. So that's a good thing.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, congratulations too on that, because that's a big milestone, especially when you kind of doing things, and you don't really have that big backing behind you for people to see the potential in what you have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you being a legend. You know what I'm saying? Being an OG in here in the game. So that's that's a really good look. Um, but speaking of that, since you have been in the industry for so long, like, how did you initially get started with managing and booking artists? Like,
Man, believe it or not, that's a good question. I started managing because I used to be an artist. And I was on the road. I didn't know nothing. I'm talking about nothing. And I just thought that, being in the industry was all about females and having a little money in your pocket and having a nice gear, until I found out that it was way more than that. And I had somebody pull me to the side. They were like, man, you need to really, get up on your bid. You seem like the smart one out of your group and everything. You seem like you the one that pretty much handle all the business. So it was like, you need to learn about publishing and all that, because the group I was in and the people who signed to, they had 100% of our publishing. We didn't even know. We ain't nothing about publishing. We ain't nothing about royalties, mechanical, none of that. And then I started reading that magic word. I started reading and getting educated on the game, and people started just giving me advice and telling me about different things. And I was like, whoa. But in the midst of doing all that, I said, I'm on the wrong side of the fence. I kind of found my niche into like wanting to be behind the scenes. And I was a real good singer too. And everybody in our group was really like superstars. That was the problem too, just too many stars in the group. But I decided to take a step back and get on the other side, and I wanted to just help people and educate them and bring stuff to light so that they'll know about the business and all that. And I started managing my brother and his friend, which they had a real popular song out that I actually sung the hook on. Greg Street had licensed it and used it for a little project and everything, but I started getting into the business side from that point. But in the midst of that, by me being on the road and having so many relationships and knowing so many other different artists and influential people used to call me for other people's numbers or other artists. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking I'm doing something good and just building my relationship up by giving them, what I'm saying, this person number, this artist number, that artist number. And one day my friend told me, he was like, what you doing is like you like a booking agent, like you be booking artists. I'm like, what you mean? He like, man, you know you can make at least $500 for what you be doing. I'm like, man, come on now, stop playing. You telling me I can get $500 for just hooking this person up with that person? He like, yeah. He like, man, people don't, like, people pay for information. Like, you are like the source, like, you get all these relationships and you just hooking people up and giving them this, but you really like, you're like a booking agent. So once again, I start reading again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my gosh. I got so excited because I was real smart in school, but I guess I wasn't too smart because I was let a lot of stuff fly out my head, but you know, I was just green, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And I started finding out about booking agent and having a booking agency. So I went and got my company name, went and got that license, and I got my registrations, and I got all my stuff together. And then one of my friends had called me from Savannah, Georgia. I think she was trying to book either Master P or Pastor Troy. She was calling to get. And I told her, I said, yeah, I'll hook you up and see if they're available and everything, but it's gonna be a $500 charge. They bust out laughing. She said, what you mean? She said, what you talking about? I said, it's gonna be $500. I said, yeah. Your boy didn't get caught on hit to the game now. And they started laughing.
For you.
She couldn't help but to laugh. I'm talking about she laughed for at least a good 15, 20 minutes. And she like, man, who didn't put you on? I said, don't worry about that, but I know now. And she paid me too because it's like she knew. And they had been calling me and using me for so long that it's like she felt like I deserved that. And she gave me my first show. And when I seen that I could get paid from her, I'm like, oh, it's on and popping now. And I just started, I went a whole year literally booking. I didn't even know I was booking.
Wow.
So, you know, I had started up my booking agency, and then I just, you know, just started going hard. Like, I was going hard. And I had got my first break with Crime Mob because I was actually their booking agent before I became their manager. And when I got my first break with Crime Mob, I just really went crazy. I was like the manager, the booking agent, the security, the DJ. I was everything. I was working my ass off. And that really was my introduction into the music industry because at that time, when I took on management from Crime Mob, it gave me the opportunity to work with a real label. And from there, I just went crazy. And it's just like the stars lined up and the domino just start falling in place. It's like D4L, you know what I'm saying? Then Favor wanted to do a solo. Then Shawty Lo said, I'm finna rap. Because he used to be the CEO of the label. And everybody like, Lo, you need to go on and do rap because, you know, you live this life for real. Me and Lo went through about 6 months. I went through a 6-month thing with this man before this man signed. We going back and forth, and I'm talking about everything. But when we finally got it, and we finally came to terms, it was on and popping. And Lo just took the fuck off. He just took off. It took off. I had put the team together, and we went crazy. So everybody just started coming to me after that. I was working with everybody to help the shop boys out and getting their stuff outside of Atlanta and getting on the radio and all that. And I was booking their show. They were signed to my booking agency. Franchise and them was signed to my booking agency and everything. And I had the whole West Side, Big Hill Squad, Traps. I had the whole West Side, literally, you know. And I was just working. My company was just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I had got so big at one point that I didn't even realize how powerful I was. And, you know, people started trying, that's when the devil come in, and people started trying to play me against certain people, and people trying to find ways to bring me down or to find fault. It was crazy. Like, even though I have had a lot of success, I still have had, you know, some of them bridges and stories where people are literally trying to bring my company down. But if it wasn't for me being the person I am, the strong person and a God-fearing person, and you know, because I'm very spiritual, I believe that all my blessings come from the Most High, and I'm not afraid to talk about that or put that out there. But you know, like I'm blessing, but I know where my blessing come from, and I pray and I have faith and all of that. So, you know, but if it wasn't for me being connected, like I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Cause I'm not gonna lie, it ain't been pretty this whole trip. You know what I'm saying? I have had those stages where people didn't try to bring me down, they lied on me and said this, said that. I got all type of stuff out there on my name, but you know.
Yeah, you got like 1,000 stories.
but when you doing the right thing, what I tell people, when you doing the right thing and your heart is right and you know what I'm saying, doing what you're supposed to, you're gonna always wind up just being on top and staying on top. And that's what I have done. A lot of these people that I know and who try to come, they're not even in business no more. I know a lot of people that ain't in business no more. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day where I started, everybody wasn't able to survive, you know. So, but Johnnie Cabbell is up, around, ticking and kicking. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm happy.
But wait, Johnny, where can I get the song where you recorded when you was a rapper? I want the exclusive on where it begins.
Man,
I need that song.
Yeah, you can look it up. You know what I'm saying? You can look it up. You know,
Okay, I'm gonna have to
I
find
wasn't
that
rapping,
one.
I was singing. You know what I'm saying? Singing. So, you know,
I got it.
The name of the song is called Know That. I was singing the hook on that.
Okay. I'm definitely look it up when we get off.
And I was signed, my group was with this label called 40 Street Records. We put out a compilation album. Skinny Pimp was on there. Rashida, that's how I met Rashida, because she was on there too. She, at the time when Rashida was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So Skinny Pimp, Rashida, and it was another, like 2 other artists. But we all was on this label called 40 Street Records. And we were going around touring and everything.
Okay. Right. And congratulations. Congratulations. Go ahead, Mickey Monday.
Yeah, so I also noticed that you you know, you in the CBD business too. So how'd you end up getting into like CBD and like I can't remember the other, I think it's called NutriBurst or something like that.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit.
Actually, about that, they had reached out to me about my artist Light Skin Keisha and wanted her to like be a part of it and everything. And I said, well, before I even get with her, I need to see what this about. I need to meet with you all. Let me, you know what I'm saying, get the details. And then I take it to my artist and I talk to her about it. So they came to my office, showed me the product, also was showing me how you make money and all this and that. I'm like, all right. Other than kids, I think I want to do this too, you know. So, and I wound up trying it and signing up and getting into it. And at the time, Keisha just had so much going on. She just didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, be bothered with it at that time. But now she's starting to come around where she's using it and getting into it now as well. But I started getting into it and I started making money. I'm like, oh man, another money opportunity. I love making money, so you know, so I'm going hard at that and doing it. And, you know, I could be pushing a little more than what I've been doing, but what I will say, it does work. The product work. They're good products, and you can make a shitload of money. So you know, I get a check every month for them. Wow. So you know. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing.
Okay, that's what's up. So, being the manager and the booking agent for so many artists, can you think of maybe like 1 or 2 events or situations that was just so crazy, like you couldn't make it up, like this story sounds too good to be true, but it actually happened?
Man, I got
I know that's why I
Just
said like
one or
2.
two. Just one or two, Johnny. We ain't say all of them now. Just we ain't here all day.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I got a lot. You gotta think. Well, I've been on the road for so long.
Right.
Yeah, I got a lot. But this one in particular, I was with Crime Mob and we was out. What city? I think we was in Columbia, South Carolina, and these girls was so much of a fan that the boys they were like, well, if y'all love us so much, then they were making them do things and they was actually doing it, making them bark like a dog, making them stand on one leg, I'm talking about
like Coming to America.
Like Coming to America. And I'm like, I can't believe these girls is doing this. And it was just wild. That just really had me laughing so hard because they was really serious. And it just showed me that fans would go, it's no distance in what they would do. Like they would go the distance. When they fuck with you, they fuck with you. And I was just like, wow, I just can't believe that. Another good experience for me was when I was with Lo and we was in Athens, Georgia. I'm not making this up. I swear, everything I'm about to tell you, it happened like this word for word. We went into the club. Lo went straight to the stage and started rapping. It was probably about 2,000 people in the club. When I tell you every single person was singing every song, not singing along, but singing this song word from word. I'm talking about from top to, they could have did the show. And he could have just had the mic up there and they was rocking. I'm talking about the stage was rocking. It was, the club would have, they were, woo, and I'm talking about from beginning to end, sung every word, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's big. I'm like, wow. So that was like a crazy experience because I'm like, I never seen nothing like that. Like I seen when people they get into the music or they'll be like yelling and all, but I'm talking about they sung every song. Lo had it done about 10 songs and they sung every last one on word for word. Wow. From beginning to ending. That's when I knew, oh yeah, this shit, we about to go. He out of here. Right. So I was like, wow.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Yeah.
I so miss Shawty Lo. He was a funny character too. He was really, really a funny guy.
Funny character, good guy, a family person. Yeah. And like Lo, he did a lot. He did more than what people really realize and what he was even given credit for, but he did a lot out here.
Absolutely. And I was saying to think he went back and forth with you for 6 months and look at the impact he made.
Yeah. Wow. He made a big impact. Big impact. You know what I'm saying? Think about that man every day. It's crazy because Monday is the anniversary of the day he passed away. So that's coming up. So of course I'm gonna be going to the grave site and paying my respects and everything. But it always be a hard time around that time because that was a feeling that, oh gosh, that's another crazy experience when I found out, that Lo had this accident and passed away. It hit me in my stomach. It's like somebody just pulled something out of me, and it was a feeling that I can't even describe, but it hurted so bad. And I was like, nah, this ain't real. This ain't real. It ain't real. But that was another crazy experience when I found out. I found out around 4 something in the morning, around about 4:30. I think it was around about 4:30. I found out, talked to his mom and them, and 6 o'clock, my phone started ringing, and didn't stop for the next 3-4 hours straight. I had everybody around the world that was calling me, from Breakfast Club to radio stations in LA, people in New York. I mean, it was just crazy. It was just crazy. I was getting calls like I just never had so many people calling my phone. It took me over 2 weeks to empty out my messages and my text messages on my phone, because I didn't even know my phone carried that many messages. I had like over 400 some messages on my phone. I was just trying to get through them, and every time I'm getting halfway through, another load coming in. It was crazy, man. Like, it was crazy, but it took about a good month just to get everything under control of, what had happened, and just talking with people and dealing with stuff and messages. That was another crazy experience for me, but, I miss my brother. I love my brother.
Prayers.
And he truly is missed too.
But I don't want you to get too emotional on the show, so I'm gonna bring it out and say, tell us about Johnny. Tell us one fun fact about yourself.
Man, I'm a family person. I love my kids. If you follow me, you'll know, because I'm always doing some stuff with my kids, my family. I'm very much into, being a father figure, and not just a dad that just give money, but I'm into spending time with my kids. Some of my kids actually live with me. Some have grown up and left the house, but I'm very into my kids. I like, when I'm not just doing business, I like just chilling. I love playing pool. I'm a movie person, and I like traveling a lot, which I do a lot of that. But I like being with my kids and stuff, spending time with my kids.
Nothing wrong with that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm definitely a people person, though. I like, socializing and, getting to know people and, building relationships. I'm real big on building relationships.
Yeah, because when I first met you, I was like, he kind of look mean. You got that mean mug. I don't know if I want to go
Listen, I don't know why everybody get intimidated and think that I'm a Suge Knight. But I am not no Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you just take me there, but but when you get to know Johnny, you'll see that Johnny, a real cool guy.
You are.
Do anything to help you if I can. But I'm about my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm about my business. I'm not with the games when it comes to handling that business or whatever. Also, I love acting, which that's a background that I came from. I went to a performing arts school. I've done a lot of acting. I've been in a couple of movies, Grind City with Michael Myers. I was in 2 of his movies. Rest in peace to him. He passed away. I was in 2 of his movies. I've been in 3 of Zaytoven movies, Finesse, and I've been in Birds of a Feather 1 and 2. I've been in this movie called Turn. I've been in a couple other movies as well, and done a lot of stage plays. I got some stuff coming up that I'm gonna be a part of. I'm also a part of this TV series that's my people working on called The Grid. And is there anything else because I be doing projects and just it be so much going on because I just work and just wait for them to be released and come out. But I love acting. And that's what I'm moving a lot towards, which is the TV movie, and film. I'm moving towards that area a lot.
Okay. Well, you done went through all my questions, so I don't even have to ask you just to answer everything. But before we go into trivia, because I know our time is, winding down. Mickey Monday, you got any more questions?
I just have one question, because I have a bunch of questions, but because our time is so short. I'm just gonna ask you this question because it's sticking out.
You ask everybody how many questions you want to ask. We taking over today. Just take over Johnny.
Oh man, we're gonna have to set up another. We're gonna have to do a part 2 in the future.
We definitely have to do a part 2.
I told him it's gonna be part 2, 3, 4, 5. Fooling with Johnny.
No, that's a good thing though.
What question you got?
Sure. So my question is, what you doing all this booking and doing all this stuff. Have you ever considered having a venue that you can house these artists in? So like, in Atlanta or wherever you decide to put a location, but you could have like a venue in there, and that way, you know what I'm saying, you could have artists, your own venue where you can have artists come through, do a showcase, and then you could still book people, but you could have a dedicated spot, something that generates that residual income for you. I know have you ever considered doing something like that?
To be honest with you, I never even thought about that. To be honest with you, you didn't put that on my head. I never really thought about that, but I guess I could. I might need to look into that. That's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay. I
might need to look into that.
Let me just pack my bag real quick.
I'm right behind you. Look, I'm just down the road, but I got you, Johnny. I got you. You need help? I got you.
Yeah. I need to look into that. I'm gonna really look into that, though. I'm gonna look into that. Yeah. I need to look into that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got 2 trivia questions before we get off. Mine is, if you can interview anybody in the world, it could be alive, dead, anything, anybody, who would you interview and what would their question be?
It's simple for me, Tupac.
Okay. And what would you ask him?
I would ask him like, what would I ask? It's so many questions I would want to ask, but just one in particular. I probably would ask him like, I don't know how to put my question into a question. I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it, but I'm trying to put it into a question. I would ask him, I can't think. I'm just gonna say, is it bigger than rap?
Okay. Is it bigger than rap?
He would know what I'm talking about when I say that.
Okay.
Is it bigger than rap? Yeah, that's what I ask him. If you could read the
question.
Okay. Now I'm thinking when you said that made me think too.
Look, is it bigger than rap? Right.
But yeah, so my question is a little kind of similar. If you could invite 3 people to dinner, dead or alive, who would they be?
Pop again. I know it's a great conversation from at that dinner table. I would have to go with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Because of his work ethic, just like everything he did and just getting to that point, regardless of how crazy and some of the stuff that he had going on, but for somebody to be that great, I would definitely want to have him at my dinner table so I could pick his brain. And Jay-Z.
Okay.
And Jay-Z. Them 3 people who I want to sit at my table.
Awesome.
Okay. Wow.
Well, Johnny, I want to say thank you. Thanks for interviewing with us today. I'm sorry we don't have so much time because I know we had so much we could talk about with you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's so much we didn't get into. So, yeah.
But I'm very proud of you. Congratulations on everything you got going on. And thank you for letting us be a part of it, Because every time
before we go, because y'all didn't get into none of these questions or anything, but I just want to give a shout out and just sum it up, I want to give a shout out to all my artists because everybody is doing their thing. Light Skin Keisha, she's on Ghost. She's on Love and Hip Hop. She did like 2 shows on MTV. Like, she is really doing her thing with the TV stuff. I'm very proud of myself because I single-handedly got her on this Ghost where she's a regular on that show, and I'm very proud of that. So shouts out to Light Skin Keisha. Make sure y'all checking her out on Power the Next Chapter, which is Ghost, that comes on every Sunday. I look at it at 12:01 that night. But shouts out to Keisha, and she dropping a lot of music, a lot of good content. We are independent, and she is really on fire. Like, Keisha is really doing her thing right now. I want to give a shout out to Young LA. We just sold out the parking lot concert. Him, Rich Kids, and J Money. He's dropping music after music, doing his thing, making his comeback, and he's working real hard. And you know, it's just a lot of good stuff and energy that's coming from that situation. So, you know, I want to give a shout out to him, give a shout out to my artist, Kissy Lee. We got this really, really, really dope single that's dropping this Friday. And we about to get ready to drop another EP. She's doing her thing. My girl, Fly J, who is the number 5 player in the country for basketball. She is killing them on the basketball court and off the court with her music and everything. I can't talk about it right now, but we're in the midst of doing a situation with her. And like, I mean, like, I ain't gonna kick it ass right now. I'm just like, oh, it's just checks after checks coming in. But shouts out to her. Shouts out to Shariah J. She just got another situation, which I can't talk about that show, but that show is going to be announced. She's going to be on this new show that's coming out, and she's doing her thing. I'm glad to have her on my team. Glad to be managing her. And, you know, we're about to take that to, you know what I'm saying, other heights. So I'm excited about her, and I'm excited about my new artist that's out of Dallas that just moved down here to Atlanta. K Breezy had a real big song up in that Texas market called Pop That, where she had the remix with Yellow Beezy and I think Mo3, if I'm not mistaken. It was Mo3 or somebody else that's real big in the Texas area that jumped on that. But she's doing her thing. She's very talented as well. And did I leave out an artist?
Johnny, before we get out, can you tell everybody where they can follow you?
Oh, yeah, yes. Follow me on my IG, at Johnnie Cabbell, and my Facebook, Johnnie Cabbell, and that's spelled JohnnieCabbell, Johnnie Cabbell. And my Twitter is JCHAH. Okay,
and there y'all have it. But thanks, Johnny, for interviewing with us. And like I said, you know, we're going to have all your clients on our interview thing. So we'll be able to shout them out, talk to them. I can't wait. So you can confirm the dates with me?
Yeah, I got to get to that.
Okay. All right. Well, you have a happy Tuesday. Be blessed. Be safe. Right, wear your mask.
Thank you. Wear my, man, go on with that fake corona. Bye.
All right. Stay blessed.
All right, y'all too.
Boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know? Rufus boy, let me love.